Welcome to Everyday Cooking with Ann. Today we're going to be making lemon tarts. And I'm going to link a couple of recipes with this one because I have another tart recipe where I'm making cherry cream tarts. And I have another recipe where I'm making chocolate tarts. Catered lots of weddings where I have served a trilogy of these tarts and other kinds of tarts as well, or my fruit pizza that you might see on my videos as well, to happy crowds. And so let me show you a little bit about what my tart shells look like. These are my homemade tart shells, and the recipe for these tart shells you can find on my channel as well. And we're linking them as well to the filling that we're going to be making today to do the lemon tarts. Let me show you what goes in the lemon tarts. We're going to have fresh lemon juice. This is 6 tablespoons of lemons. That's usually about 2 large lemons. And you want to have at least a teaspoon of lemon zest to go in that way as well. We have 1 1/4 cups of sugar and also 6 tablespoons of cornstarch. It also will have eggs, which we'll whip up to go in as well. So it's a very simple recipe, whereas a lot of lemon meringue recipes you have to just use the egg yolks. This recipe calls for the whole egg, and that's how simple it is. And it is really creamy and delicious with the whole egg. I'll also be showing you later on how to make the whipped cream and decorate them so that they look beautiful as well. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm boiling some water. And while I'm doing that, getting that all boiling, ready to go, I'm going to put the sugar inside my saucepan as well as my cornstarch. And I also have a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to mix that up here and get it ready for the boiling water, which is almost ready. Now I'm going to turn this on. The reason we're boiling water ahead of time is just makes a very fast filling that we're going to make rather than sitting over a hot stove all day waiting for it to boil. So the boiling water is almost ready. And we're going to add that in here. It is boiling now. Take that off. Go ahead and add that on in here. And I've also turned my stove over here on medium. So this will take a couple of minutes, but you want to stir this the whole time to make actually it's just going to be sugar and cornstarch and water before we add all the flavorings. So see, when this turns really thick, that's when we're going to come over and add the eggs and boil them in, and I'll show you what happens next. Okay, if you look here, it's not quite thickened, but it's bubbling around the edges. So it's only taking me a couple of minutes of stirring here since we put the already boiling water in here to start making this thick. And you can see how it's white now, but you know that it's thickened properly when it turns translucent, which is what it's doing right now. Okay, I'm going to turn this down to completely to low, and I'm going to come over here, and I have 3 eggs here that I'm whipping up very quickly. Now what you don't want to do is throw your eggs into this very hot cornstarch mixture, pudding mixture. So what we're going to have to do is take a little bit of this and very slowly add a little bit while I'm whipping to warm the eggs a little bit at a time, because that's how you keep it from coagulating and not thickening properly, or not having the eggs incorporated properly in the. So you can just see I'm putting like maybe a teaspoon at a time into the eggs and whipping very vigorously. This is probably the hardest part of the whole thing to make. Okay, but now here you are ready to come over here and quickly add these to our mixture. Go ahead and do that, and okay, so you want to keep, I've got it on low right now. And the way you know you did it properly is you don't see little clumps of white egg white stuck in here. So that's how you know that it's done correctly, and it looks very smooth. So you do this for about a minute. This really actually gives you a really good arm workout. So there are side benefits to making from scratch food. Okay, now I'm going to add my lemon juice and my zest. And my 2 tablespoons of butter. At this point, I'm turning the heat off. Okay, the pudding is completely done. Here's your lemon pudding. Look how smooth and nice it is. Now I'm going to be putting these, you can either put this in a regular pie crust if you want a lemon pie with whipped cream on top, or you can practice using my tarts because it's really special to do it this way. Once you'll see later how I decorate. But you just take a little bit of this and just put a little bit in each shell, because what you want to do is leave a little bit of room for the whipped cream and raspberry that are going to go on top of this. So I just take this and fill all of my tart shells up, and I'll show you in a few minutes how it looks when when this is finished, when I'm finished putting all of this in here, I'm going to cover all of this with some saran wrap because you don't want a skin forming on top of the pudding. So once I put these in here, I will put the saran wrap on top, and I'm going to let it sit at room temperature a bit to cool down slightly before I put it in the refrigerator. We've had our lemon tarts in the refrigerator chilling until they're ready actually to serve. So I've had a saran wrap covering them so that it doesn't leave a skin on it, and it's going to be very pretty and ready to go. I've already made whipping cream, and I have the video that you've seen already on how to make your own homemade whipping cream, stabilized whipping cream, so that this will stay on whipping cream on the tart for up to a week actually, so it can stay a few days if you're not ready to serve these yet. My little trusty tool that lets me decorate the way I want, and I like to decorate with some raspberries and a little bit of mint leaf just to make it really special. So I'm going to show you how I do this. So I'm going to make a couple of, actually one large, okay, and then that shows, people will look at that and know that that's lemon. And then just as some contrast, I like to put just a little raspberry right there with that contrast. And I put a little basil or mint leaf right underneath it. And it looks very beautiful and appetizing and decorative, which is what we want. So here we go, just one little piece of basil or mint. And it just looks very attractive and ready to serve. I used to serve these and do every once in a while at weddings, and everybody loves them. And you will love this lemon recipe because it is so easy to make. And I want to hear from you about how your lemon tarts turn out. So if you like my videos and would like to help me, please subscribe at the link below. Like or share or comment, and that really helps me so that I can make more videos for you, because I love, this is my passion. Today's lemon tarts are going to be in the description below. So good luck, and let me know how it turns out.